Hi, my name is Cameron Pale, and I have been in peer-to-peer for about 5 to 6 years. So a couple things I've learned from peer-to-peer is the biggest thing that I've ever learned is that they're no different from us. Like all these kids that I've met through peer-to-peer have the same goals as me, have the same wants, like going to college, buying computers, taking textbook classes, like everything is so similar. They're so similar, and that's like one of the big things that I've taken away from that. Another thing that I've learned is people first language. That's probably like a really important one because sometimes when you're talking you don't even realize what you're doing, and it's just like another label and another thing that people have to jump through for people to really see who they are. So that's like another big thing that I've learned from peer-to-peer. And lastly, peer-to-peer has influenced my future career because I would have never learned about OT before, and just working with kids with disabilities and these little things like having them learn how to tie their shoe and using the microwave that we like all think of is just normal day-to-day activities, but for some people it's harder. And just I'm so glad that I can work with such a diverse group of people in that aspect and trying to make their daily living easier and better. And that is how peer-to-peer has
My name is
influenced my life.
Jameson. I've taken peer-to-peer for 1 year and plan to take it the next 2 years as well. The reason I got started with peer-to-peer was because I have a cousin with Down syndrome who also goes to school with me, and I wanted to learn how to help him out and also his peers. Although I've learned a lot from peer-to-peer this year, one of the biggest takeaways I had was learning people first language. Not only do I want to know it, I want to know how to teach people, and that's exactly what I learned how to do. And being able to incorporate with all my friends and like so they know how to say it, I think is a big deal because you want people to know like that they're a person and not defined by their unique ability. And I think people first language is a perfect way to do that. One big thing I thought we should learn about and that we did is what life is like and what life will be like for people with unique abilities. In this example, I'll use my cousin. For him, it's a little harder to do some things like drive a car or get a job or like learn a new language. Like stuff that would be easier for me will be obviously harder for him, and just understanding that it's a big thing. But another like way to think about it is it's just harder for them, just like how things are harder for me than it is for him, just to know like that they can do it and to keep that mindset is that they can and like not that they can't. And I think, but then for me it's harder for me to like make friends than it is for him because everyone knows who he is, so everyone wants to be his friend. It's way easier for him to do that, and just being able to connect that and with my life to his and his life to mine, just like how we're similar and how we're different but how we can work around that. Peer-to-peer has really shown me how to communicate with different people with different abilities. I think that's super important, especially with some people with unique abilities have a tough time to communicate, and just having someone that they can communicate to or talk to is super important for them, and it'll really help them branch out and just live a normal life like
my name's
everyone.
Corinne Euglund. In my high school years, I did 3 out of 4 in peer-to-peer. Two things I learned were like general information about disabilities, which helped me be a lot more aware of things going into the real world and going into the rest of high school. And I learned lots of different ways to communicate, whether that's like with people who communicate differently or even with adults and other things like that. Peer-to-peer made me realize that everyone should be treated with respect, no matter how they talk or look or act or even learn. And I also learned a lot about my current jobs, or peer-to-peer helped me get my current job working at Pride in Respite Care, and then I did a private respite care, so that. And then as an education major, it's given me more knowledge and gotten me ahead on some of the classes about people with disabilities. And peer-to-peer has helped me in my future already. I'm gonna pursue education, and as a teacher, I know that from my knowledge from peer-to-peer and experiences, I know that I want to create a positive classroom environment for everyone. And it also made me want to pursue education, partially working like kind of as an aide, kind of in the school setting, made me want to be a teacher. And then in my future I would possibly minor in special ed at some point. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Taylor Thurison. I've taken 2 years of peer-to-peer and I'm heading into my 3rd year. I continue to take this class because of the relationships that I've built with peers my age and also younger and older than me. A couple things I've learned from peer-to-peer is the importance of learning the specifics of different abilities and the adaptations that come with them, along with the importance of inclusion of our peers with different abilities in our everyday life.
Hi, I'm Addie, and I've been in peer-to-peer for 3 years.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm not actually in the class, but I'm involved in the program.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn, and I've been in peer-to-peer for 2 years.
I've continued to take peer-to-peer because of all the friendships and relationships I've made with all of my peers.
I've just loved taking peer-to-peer because I've met so many new friends, and I've genuinely missed them during the summer, and we've made plans to hang out with our friends with different abilities, and it's just brought together the school for sure.
So I'm not actually in the class, but the reason I love to be around this program is because it just creates so many learning experiences and allows for so much inclusivity throughout the schools.
Overall, I've just learned how to get along with anyone and everyone and how to love people better, and it's just been really fun hanging out with so many new people throughout the year.
Like Jocelyn said, it's just made me a lot more comfortable with getting to know anybody. It doesn't matter if they have different abilities or not, but I'm just a lot more comfortable, introducing myself to other people and trying to get to understand them more.
I think this program has definitely helped me become more of an outgoing person, and overall my patience this has definitely benefited me a lot.
Overall, this program has really formed real relationships between us and our peers. It's not fake. We don't do it just to give them enjoyment. We genuinely, it brings so much happiness to us, and we really want to continue our relationships with them.
Yeah, adding on to that, we've hung out and we've also talked a lot when it's just us three even, or with our other friends, about how we miss our friends with different abilities, and we've made plans to hang out with them this summer even when we didn't have to. So
I think just bringing peer-to-peer into all the schools is so beneficial because for people like me, it just, even if you don't take the class, it just brings everyone together and sets a great example for others that aren't actually in the class.
Peer-to-peer is more than just a class. It's something that we implement into our daily lives, and we're going to carry those relationships with us for the rest of it.
Hey, I'm Charlie Vig, and I've taken 2 years of peer-to-peer. I'm heading into my 3rd year of the class, and I've continued to take this class because it is super fun, really enjoyable, and I've created so many relationships throughout the years. I've learned many things in peer-to-peer, but the things that stand out for me is learning the specifics of each different disabilities. This class has changed my life and perspective as a whole.
Okay, so I did peer-to-peer for 2 years, and as cliche as this sounds, it was literally one of the best things I've ever done in my life, because I believe that it has shaped me into the person that I am today, and my morals and my standards that I have today come from my experiences in peer-to-peer. Something that peer-to-peer taught me was just to have an increase of love for everyone around me, and it made me realize that not everything's about me. It just encouraged me to have so much gratitude and just, love, how much I can love someone and be you're so awesome, even though we're so different, And I think those lessons are so applicable to any career path, because you need to have respect for your coworkers or people you're working with, or patients or clients or whatever it is. You need to have understanding, and they need encouraging people in their lives, and people that are so positive and uplift them and try to have empathy and understand them. I think everyone needs that in their lives, so I think those lessons are just so basic that need to be reinforced so much more, and they're so simple, and that's what's awesome about them, is it's just so simple, and they can have a huge impact even though they are simple. Thank you.
Okay, no more laughing.
Okay, so my name is Camry Hopfoff, and I graduated from Century High School in 2023, and I also took peer-to-peer my sophomore through senior year there, so for 3 years, and that's where I met Miss Andrea.
Andrea Baez. I graduated 2023.
True. So she graduated in 2023 with me.
Century High School.
From Century High School. And if I could only choose one thing that I learned from all my years in peer-to-peer, it would probably be how to become an advocate for my mentees in the classroom while also becoming an advocate for them outside of the classroom. And probably one of my favorite things from my experiences in the classroom was seeing progress with my friends, and also making connections outside of class, like making fun memories and doing activities. What was your favorite part about peer-to-peer?
A game day on a Friday.
Game day on Fridays. And what else?
Activity. We would go out.
Yeah, activities outside of school. Like we would go for ice cream, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So overall, it's more than just a class. I mean, besties for the resties.
Okay.
And I think for me, it was truly so fulfilling to see how much of a positive impact I could make on these kids' lives while they're also doing the same thing for me. And with that, I'm studying speech pathology at Utah State University next year. And I give all the credit to Century High School's amazing peer-to-peer program and Sarah Bohr's phenomenal work with that. So what else do you have to say?
You were in the prom group.
Oh yeah, we did go to prom together.
Yep.
In the same prom group.
Yeah.
Yeah, we partied it up at the bowling alley afterwards.
Yep. Oh, you mean something?
Yep.
It's in a prom because it's last prom. We graduated in 2023. Someone graduated with me. It's Kentley, Reagan, Ava, Mrs. Wolf,
Yep.
Kalibowski, Amy, and Parker Schwab.
All of our friends from Century High School.
Yeah.
And what else you have to say?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Or,